heard that.
We gotta see him take his.
I thought that
his robe off.
Hey, what up?
Hey, what up?
How are you? I'm Patrick.
Sarah.
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. We're just watching this Kanye interview, and I can't even wrap my head around this guy right now.
It's 10, 15 staffers. You have all type of shit.
So crazy.
Wait, so tell me about it.
Well, he's wearing this black hood, first of all.
People
wearing a clan outfit.
But it's like a black clan.
Just to wait around.
But like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like he's just doing and wearing.
Like, they usually have these people to wait around on him. But
yeah, he's
There, like something that is clickbaity.
joking. He's like joking about this whole.
I think he's laughing at everyone.
But you can't like joke about shit like that. Is the thing. You know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
don't know if he is joking.
I don't think he's joking. I think I don't. This whole thing of him being out of his mind doesn't lie with me. I think he knows exactly what he's doing.
Well, he just
exactly why he's doing it.
Well, he explains it all.
what fame is going to get you? What clout is going to get you? What
He's saying that the people.
Is this the
There's a circle of like super powerful Jewish people apparently that are like trying to like keep everyone like down. I don't know, and take advantage of artists and all this crazy stuff. Jazzy,
So
crazy.
how does them being Jewish have anything to do with like that though? You know what I mean?
Not really. It doesn't. That's the thing.
Right.
Just some of them are Jewish, maybe some of them aren't.
Yeah, generalization
But-
is never good.
No, it's not. Well,
Yeah.
obviously it's not good what he's doing, but like I'm trying to understand it because he's not stupid. He's one of the most culturally significant people that we've in our lifetime. He might be the most. I think he might be the number at the top of. You know, he's affected culture more than anyone, and
You
it's
think?
who else has affected culture more than him?
I think a few people.
Like pop culture. Like, do you remember when everyone was wearing Yeezys?
Yeah.
And it was just like, that's like no rapper's ever done that. And culture has a lot to do with fashion, you know? I know that nobody fucking likes him right now, and it's easy to like minimize his career because he's like going off the rails, but I don't know. I think that he has a bigger plan in mind right now, and we're going to have to see in like 5 to 10 years what this was all about.
What do you think? What do you think? What do you predict?
I think he's like trying. Thank you guys, Crazy Karen and Lee G. I just think he's trying to like destigmatize everything. It's kind of like what I'm trying to do too. Like we shouldn't be, and also exercise his right to free speech when everyone is censoring everyone. But I don't really know. How would I know?
Yeah, I mean, but I feel like in general, the pendulum always swings with that. Like the cancel culture is like pretty much gone, in my opinion. But at one point, you could you could say like, you could do like a peace sign and get fired for throwing up like a sign. You know what I mean? Nothing.
I'm pretty sure this dude's canceled right now.
I don't think he's canceled at all.
Really?
Really?
Nobody likes him.
Yeah, nobody likes. But that doesn't mean
likes
what
what
it
he's
used to
doing.
mean. That doesn't
Nobody
mean.
likes. Nobody likes what he's doing. Everybody hates him.
So think about TikTok. Like when people don't like you on here, you get more views, you get more money, you get more attention.
So now it's like cancel yourself and you'll kill it.
Pretty much right now, I'd say yeah, right now. But I don't think it always works like that. I think there's like a pendulum swinging.
Do you know who I am?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Would you say that they're trying to cancel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
But you
know
see how
what?
it's giving you more like attention and views, right?
Yeah, but it really does hurt. And So for me, like, I'm really, I've created a house and a structure in that house that's really helping drug addicts and alcoholics in ways people aren't going to understand unless they have had the experience that I've had with drug addicts and alcoholics. And in the face of that, which is clearly like a good thing, right? And this isn't the first time this is the third career I'm on now. So no one fucked with me like this when I was in a band, Hyper Crush. We had a record deal. Nobody fucked with me like this when I had my production company, Rich Production, which we still are doing commercials and stuff. But as soon as I start doing something for like God, like on some like really trying to help people shit, that's when they come after me. It's crazy. It's
interesting perspective. I mean, what are the general like criticisms that you get?
Liar, cheater, like fraud, like just scammer. Like I'm scamming newly sober drug addicts and alcoholics. Like somehow I'm taking advantage of them and then exploiting them once they're in my house. Just crazy shit.
Yeah.
Which like, it doesn't really even make sense because like, if someone doesn't want to be at my house, they can just walk out.
Okay. So you don't feel like you're scamming, like, do you take money from people? Like,
it costs rent to live in this house because I have to pay rent. I have to pay my staff. I have a $50,000 a month overhead. Yeah.
So you think that it's like you're charging fair amounts and you've seen like,
I mean, yeah, fucking, and if somebody like doesn't have money, like we've never kicked someone out for that reason ever. We help them get a job. No, like this shit is legit. Yeah. I know it. Like I know what we're doing. I mean, look, you can see, like this is someone right here that spent a year in my house. He graduated. His name's Evan, and he's editing right now because he works for me, and I don't know. It's just, someone on some shady, like hide some shit type life wouldn't be showing this much, and then Blue graduated. I just have examples.
Hi, Blue.
Oh, you guys say what up?
Yeah, I know Blue.
Oh, you do?
You know me too. We're friends on here.
I made this kid.
I know. I was the one who booked the interview with you, and I'm the reason it didn't fall through too.
Oh wait,
it did fall through.
Let's do our interview. Let's do our interview.
Okay.
I mean, this kind of is it. And you know what? I'm really sorry for asking if you knew who I was. When I first went live with you, I'm like, oh, I think this is the girl that I was supposed to do the interview with, but did you have glasses on before?
Yeah, no, so, okay, I'm a shapeshifter, so I'll put like these fake eyelashes on and like all this makeup and like glasses, and I just look different every single day, so
But I still had the first thing I thought was, oh, this is the girl that we're supposed to do the interview with.
Okay, well there you go.
But since you didn't like say anything about that, I was like, oh, maybe it's like another girl who just looks a lot like her.
Well, I didn't want to make you feel bad. Like I didn't.
Never.
You don't know who I am. Like.
No, like honestly, Sarah, I wish that everyone was willing to like talk to me and have sort of an open mind.
Yeah.
I wish more people were like you,
Thanks.
I want to say though that I've been listening to you talk for the last 5 minutes, and I really appreciate that you don't just agree with everything that's being said. You press at it and ask. You say, well, let's dig into that a bit further. I don't necessarily agree. It's pretty rare though. Most people just go, yeah, probably. Well, they're like, I don't agree with that, but I don't feel safe to say it.
Oh, your coffee's there.
Thank you so much, Sabrina.
If people are giving you a criticism, or like personally, right? If somebody's giving me a criticism on something, I want to at least dissect it and understand why they feel that way.
Not even criticism.
No, watch.
You were talking about the Kanye video.
This is why. This is why. Watch.
That's yes.
I do shit like that. Okay, a sober living owner should never do anything like that. They should have. You know what I'm saying? So they see me acting like a kid sometimes, having fun and sort of just being stupid. And they're like, there's no way this guy could have this much fun and also be doing the right thing. You don't ever see someone and also be this like sort of outgoing and like passionate and honest and transparent.
I've used this analogy before.
But I'm doing a social experiment in a way.
Yeah, no, I think that you should have that child at heart forever. It doesn't matter how old you are.
Yeah, and people shouldn't like demonize you for it because you're over 40. Let me have a little fun. I'm 40, but I still want to have a little fun. Just a little bit.
Do you promote that? Like, do you promote just like having that kid at heart with everyone there?
It'd be a great video to make. Someone should clip this. Like me and Sarah both believe that you should sort of, you should always exercise your creative, childlike.
That's what The Artist's Way is about.
Yeah,
that book is about reawakening the creative child.
So The Artist's Way is a book written by Martin Scorsese's wife. It's literally like the premier artist guide to life. It's really cool.
Yeah. So like with that, you don't take like, okay, so I feel like there's like a right way to be like to have fun.
Thank you so much, Crazy Care. I love everyone. Thank you for gifting. Sorry, what?
So I feel like there's a right way and a wrong way. Like being immature, like emotionally dysregulated and taking out like your emotions on other people. That's like immaturity, right? But then like, but having fun, dancing, whatever, that's like the right way to be.
Yeah, well, I've done it all. I've done it the right way. I've done it the wrong way on this app. And I think that's why, because I've done it the wrong way. And before I went to Florida, I was really just on some inner child gone wild, like, and mad too. And like really mad too part, Abby, thank you. Cause my child is like angry for not being like seen or paid attention to or cared for properly in my like younger year. I didn't really get to have a childhood. I was listening to this song last night. Oh my God, dude. This, I posted a video of me crying about this song, this James Blunt. That's his name. Have you heard this song, James Blunt? It's called Monsters. And it's about him and his dad and how they know each other's mistakes. And it's his turn to like fight off the monsters for his kid. And like, I just like, I have to parent my own inner child. And then I have to parent like my child. But my inner child like never really got proper parenting, That's
interesting. Yeah, it's like breaking down like the super ego, and id, right? Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is it? Oh, is that what? So I guess, well, the way it was described to me in Florida was like you have a child, you have a teenager, and you have an adult.
Okay.
They're all three in us. Mm-hmm. And if our child never had a childhood and was sort of expected to be an adult too soon, then now you have this kind of like broken child. And without like any discipline or any, I don't know, it just becomes hard to be a teenager then now without having like, without having had a fully developed child. And then like now you have, now you're an adult and you don't have, a lot of experience like governing your emotions and, like what you said, you're not good at that stuff because you haven't really had to do it, especially if you found like drugs and alcohol in your teen years, like I did. Like I didn't really have, my therapist was like, you don't even have a teenager. Like all you have is like this adult and this child because whatever. I don't know.
Interesting. No, I like looking at things from different frameworks too. The reason I was going into like the ego, superego, and id is because like, that parent inside of you, like your actual parents and like the way that you handle that, like as like a child inside of you, it can stick with you. You know what I mean? So you have to be able to like balance that out.
So that's what I was doing was I was getting the attention I never got as a child on this app. And it was highly addictive and it was like a process addiction really, is what it was explained to me as. So now I like sort of understand that, and I try to just, I try to not, I'm not on here that much anymore,
So do you like have like a specific structure with it? Because I know that you talk about social media.
Really, no, not really. I post every day because it's like really easy for me to post. Like I have content coming out of my fucking ears,
Period.
Yeah, it's like I've always been filming content stuff, so.
And that's not as like addicting or like, I guess, detrimental to you?
Well, I'm not editing it. I'm not posting it. I'm just sort of being creative. I'm just being creative. And no, that's good. That's really good. Also, this is how I like connect to people. All right, guys. She's won two in a row. Isn't it crazy how you can have like 2 or 3 times the people in your room and still lose horribly?
Oh yeah, it happens to me all the time.
But that's what's actually also cool about this app is one individual can help you so much.
Yeah.
Two or three, and then now you have these 3 people who are like, or even 1 or 2 or whatever, who are really ride or die, and like you're providing them with something that they can't really get anywhere else because you're the only you. No one else can be you, Sarah, right? So you have people who like that. And
I feel like that's like so metaphorical though for real life. Like one person can impact you more than or one person can impact like a ton of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can have just such a huge impact.
You're talking about me, right?
I think you do. I think you have a big platform.
Yeah. So do you have any questions or what?
Yeah, I do.
Let's run it. Let's go.
Okay, let's do it. Okay.
So listen, just so everyone knows, Sarah's been trying to interview me, and we actually had a time and date set up, and I missed it because I think I was in San Francisco.
You had a flat tire.
Oh, I got a flat tire, but I could have just came back and done it. Where are my roses?
I don't know, guys. We need 2 roses.
Where are my roses at, gosh? Thanks, Sadie.
Where do I start here? Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna just dive in. To be honest.
Oh yeah. Thanks, Southern and Michelle.
Do you think that Graceland is a cult?
No.
You don't.
No, there's not one leader. I don't even go there some weeks.
Okay.
Like I'm not. Like if it was, I wouldn't be the leader.
Okay.
Because Madison and Jose and Zach do more. They make more decisions and they're sort of in charge in a way. I mean, I swear to God, I just fucking asked Madison if I could go to Graceland and live stream. I asked her permission. I swear to God, I can't do it. Right? I really can't. I want to be, and that's why I just went away. I just showed everyone that like I am broken and I made a mistake and I'm flawed. A cult leader would never do that, right? A cult leader would never go away and be like, yo, handle the cult while I get better and learn about humility. And also like on Thursday or on Fridays, the meeting I've been trying to like get going is the Sermon on the Mount meeting. And it's Jesus. It's us. If it were a cult, it would be a Christian cult, which is basically not a cult. It's just a fucking.
So you think the leadership roles makes it not a cult, and then you think that it's also already based in religion, so you don't think that could.
Well, it's based in spirituality, really, and like I'm studying Jesus. That's what I'm talking about, and that's all I'm really talking about is in that meeting that I'm trying to get going, that I was trying to get going, that nobody fucking came to or cared about. Really, it's hard. It's really just the Beatitudes. It's the Sermon on the Mount. It's you know what that is?
No, I don't.
So, like allegedly, Jesus. Well, he was alive at one point, right? We can all agree on that.
Yeah.
So when he was alive, he said a bunch of shit that a lot of people wrote down and they made books about him. Dude, there were so many books written about Jesus, right? So I'm like, wait, that's kind of crazy. Like, why, I wonder, you know? And then I start to read his biggest sermon. The most important sermon that Jesus ever did was the Sermon on the Mount, where he outlined the Beatitudes. Will you pull those up real quick? Like, for example, one of them is, blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. So in my meeting, what I would like to want to do is understand what that means. The earth means your life, like your whole being, your attitude, your mindset. And blessed are the meek. Meekness is not maybe what you think it is. Yo, we're gonna lose. And by like 10 points. So meekness isn't really humility. It is a little bit, but it's more just like, I'm not driving.
So it's not about humility?
No. Meekness. I'm gonna define meekness right now.
Yeah.
Chris Woods. It's like it's
the opposite of type A.
It's this idea that everything in my life is it's the idea that God has something for me that I could never come up with. Ever.
Yeah.
I could never, so I don't really, so as I navigate through life, each day is like God's doing these things for me, even if it's I lose my job.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool, God. I'm ready. Like, have you heard the story?
I do think people that have that mindset are blessed. Like, I feel like that itself, having that mindset, you can pretty much walk through life with any, like, it's resilience, really. Like, you gain resilience from that mindset. You can do anything. You can, like, you know what I mean? You have power.
And you know what? Like, logically, for me, it makes sense. Like, I have examples of this in my life, right?
Yeah, me too.
The haters. Thank you guys. I really want to say thank you, but I
love my haters.
But what I'm saying is I never wanted that. I never thought it would be a good thing. I never, and while I experience it, it hurts. It sucks. Mm-hmm. I lose sleep over it, but thank you, God, for doing for me what I couldn't do for myself. Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't lose sleep over it anymore, but
but you don't have people writing the fucking mayor. Like, I have a business and they're able to affect my business. So it's that is different. And picture like waking up to like really bad news concerning the business that you put your whole life into. Mm-hmm. Now I'm like, fuck, like it's more than just haters online. Fuck.
Yeah, for sure.
But God he's doing that for me. He's doing that for me.
I know, right? There's a reason.
Yeah, so I could just be stronger. That's it. Like you said, yeah.
Just resilient, not even strong.
Resilience.
It's okay to have emotions, you know? You should, right? You should feel all the range of emotions.
You can handle, you would never.
So when did you realize that you were addicted to social media, and what kind of structure do you have in place to like prevent negative ramifications of social media? Because it really is built to be something that is addicting. There's the colors, there's the sounds, there's the engagement, the likes, the shares. You know what I mean?
I'm addicted to attention, validation, and that's what I'm addicted to. So like, you know, like when people ask me to share in like meetings and stuff, I'm like all in. I'm like, yes, I can't wait. So I don't know when did I realize I was I think I've always known. 20 years ago when I got sober and I wanted to be in a band, and I got signed by a major label, and this is like, do you know how hard it is to get a major record label to like offer you like $500,000?
Oh, I could believe it.
Like I worked so hard when I first got sober that I achieved that only because I want a bunch of people to love me.
Okay.
And that's what I'm addicted to, is just like
affirmation.
Yeah, like the validation, because I need to, and this is like the old me, right? I'm looking back on this bird's eye view and I'm like, oh, like, yeah, that's why you did all that shit. And all the validation in the world isn't going to be enough. It's just, it's never going to, and I know that because I actually I achieved a certain level of it.
You've experienced it in real time, and you got the dopamine rush from it, but then you're right back to square one where you started.
You just have to be careful that you don't let it define you. And I think a lot of big artists, they do that. They thank you, Lindsay and Chris, everyone. I love you guys.
Do you feel like you're still addicted to social media?
Well, yeah, this feels good, but I'm not gonna, if I win, that'll feel good.
Yeah.
And then, thanks guys. Thanks, Stephanie. And then if I lose, it's like a little bit, it's like a little feeling, but yeah, I think that we're addicted to everything, bro. Sam, what do you think? Meg, thank you so much. This is a process addiction. When I actually push the live button, it's like but I'm also just excited to do. Can you just do it? I guess you could say I'm addicted to my son, to seeing his face. Mm-hmm. I'm addicted to just seeing his face and interacting with him. I'm addicted to riding those bikes. Oh, yeah. I'm addicted to journaling now and meditation. So I'm addicted to this also, but I think within.
I think those are the things that bring you joy. I think
I don't think those are addictions. I think I agree with him.
If something is designed to be addictive, people will do it a lot.
Yeah.
Adults will let it destroy their lives. Mm-hmm. That's the difference.
Yeah, but I'm addicted to coffee and vaping. Okay. Right? In the same way I'm addicted to this. Right? I do it.
Yeah, that makes more sense though, because you can't function the same way without caffeine. You're going to have headaches. You're going to have, irritability, increased appetite with caffeine if you stop drinking your 4 cups of coffee. But if you don't see your son, you're going to be sad. You know what I mean? But you're not going to have necessarily withdrawals, right?
From coffee?
No, the healthy activities that you were listing, right?
If I rode my bike all day and all night, my wife would divorce me. You know what I'm saying? It could wreck my life. It really could. It sounds crazy, but my dad worked too much.
I think exercise. I think behavioral addictions. I don't think we've fully covered the spectrum on that when it comes to the DSM.
Yeah, no, you mean me and you, or the world?
No, research wise, I don't think we've fully covered behavioral addictions.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that just because you're addicted to something doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, right?
I think by definition, if you're addicted to something, it's bad.
No.
You don't think so?
What?
Working out could be a positive addiction. Running could be a positive addiction. We just, as alcoholics, we're going to need to manage certain things, eating, caffeine, nicotine, love, work, power, prestige. We're going to we have to learn to balance certain things. We have to. And that's just what I'm doing with this.
I think the lack of balance is what leads. So addiction is defined by if it has negative effects to your social, psychological, or physical health.
Are you sober?
Yeah, I am sober.
Okay, so I don't know what the answer to the definition of addiction is, but
It's just right here, bro. I just looked it up. It's just being addicted to a particular thing or activity, substance.
okay, that's a dictionary definition of the word, but I want to get under what it means to us. And what I think it means to us is that if something gets between me and my feelings, I'm going to do more of it. And there's a list of those things, right? Sugar, sex, texting inappropriate people, my bank balance, drugs, alcohol, all of those things get between me and the idea that I'm not safe and I'm not enough. And they come with this warm wave of the phenomenon of craving, right? If it works a little bit, then surely a bit more is going to work a bit more. And the problem is, a little bit works a little bit, and a bit more than that works a bit less, and a bit more than that works a bit less. Suddenly the sun's coming up and I know what the fuck happened again. God's on the list with those things. Right? It's an option. There's no phenomenon of craving. But the one upside to God over everything else on that list is that it's free, it's immediate, and it's without consequence. The problem, unlike a line of cocaine, is that unlike the things that we otherwise do, like Diet Coke, is that we forget. 20 minutes later, I never forgot when a Diet Coke made me feel better when I was hot and thirsty.
Yeah.
And 20 minutes after I pray, I forget.
Yeah.
I said Coca-Cola, yeah, because I like to drink Coca-Cola because there's so much sugar in it, it blinds out how I feel. That's actually true. We drink sugary drinks because they get in it's easier than just sitting with ourselves. It's like if I'm waiting for a phone call about work and I find myself at the fridge. I'm not hungry.
Right.
I want safety because the phone call about work is going to say you're still safe. Until then, I'm going to eat cake because that takes me away from feeling unsafe. And then the phone call comes in and they say, hey, you got the job. You're good to go Monday. And I think, oh, I'm safe. And by the time I put the phone down, I think, what about now?
Yeah, so you're talking about like Maslow's hierarchy of needs and what's being fulfilled in your life and what's being substituted with like sugar or...
Well, what I'm saying is I think we, as humans, we've got a list of false needs, false idols, that we think, to me the human condition is I'm not safe and I'm not enough, but if I can just, then I'll be. Everyone's got a different if I can just, right? Whether it's if I can just hit 1 million followers, if I can, in my case, sell a screenplay, then I'll be enough, then I'll be safe. If I can make $1 billion, surely I'll be safe, surely I'll be enough. And it's got nothing to do with that list of hierarchy of needs from Maslow. None of the things on Maslow's hierarchy of needs has got anything to do with a follower count.
Oh.
Listen, once you get Sam going, there's no telling when he'll stop.
Never. The answer is never.
Sorry.
No, look, I understand.
No, but Sam gets paid a lot of money to tell people this shit. He's a fucking life coach. I mean, he's not a life coach.
It's not a life coach. I'm a mindset coach. I'm a screenwriter.
He's like a real coach.
I've been studying the human condition for a long time. But the eight.
So you don't think, okay, so this is the hierarchy. It's psychological, safety, social, self-esteem, self-actualization. I feel like that is what you were talking about, right?
And then the actualization for others, right? Is to help others actualize is the eighth need. Yeah, but I don't believe that true actualization comes from the validation of others.
No.
And what we derive from follower count and like count is the idea that other people get to tell us when we've done enough or when we are enough. We're looking for other people to tell us what to think of ourselves. That's when we get sick, because there's no number. No number of people telling me I'm enough will ever make me enough. You decide. Yeah. I don't know what that means.
What?
Yeah. No, I don't think external validation is the answer either.
No. But bro, my accomplishments give me a self-esteem. That's
internal validation. That's my point.
But it's things I've done that I can look back on and be like,
confidence. You've built confidence in yourself.
This massive group of people fucked with this thing I did and they loved that, right? That was validating, but also it gives me validation. I think in the long run, I get to use that to sort of like build my...
They love something you knew was good is a great addition.
Right.
But you have internal validation that they can agree with and that feels good. But when I don't think I'm enough, and a bunch of people tell me I'm good, I don't believe them. But if they tell me I'm not good, I believe them. That's the problem.
Yeah, but what
Inside
about
first.
what about asking why?
Doesn't
That's what
matter.
me and
They're
my,
not
no,
right.
it does matter. Me and my therapist talk about this all the time. Listen,
Ask me why what? Why they don't like me?
you can fight this type of insecurity and shit with like logic. You can literally be like, okay,
Yeah.
initially all this validation doesn't make me feel better, right? But
That isn't actually true. It does.
and why not? Because A, B, C.
Because you wonder.
No, but you're literally, what my therapist says is that I'm literally giving myself examples, specific ones of reason. They're like reasons why I'm not what I'm thinking I am. You don't let that, I think we need to get a little more specific is what I'm saying, right? And talk a little bit of, like we're with like this idea that we're not enough, right?
I'm going to give you a real world example. I was walking down the street one day. I was feeling really good. I had spring in my step. The sun was shining. I probably had a bit of money in my pocket. And this guy was suddenly walking towards me looking really angry. And he got right up in my face. I was like, damn, this guy's about to hit me. And I have no idea why. He got right up in my face and he went, man, fuck you. And then all of a sudden he was gone. The whole interaction lasted 2 seconds. But I had this raining sense of adrenaline and this really sad feeling of like, what did I do to enact such hate from that person?
Thanks, Lindsay.
And then I realized I had this very sobering thought, which was, man, it must look really good to be me today. And all he's really saying is, why do I have to be on this side of this conversation when you get to feel like that? And that to me is what anyone who shows you hate is saying.
Oh.
Why do I have to feel like this when you get to feel like that? You're doing something with your time in your life, and it's easier for me to pull it down than to try and build it myself. When my daughter was about 18 months old, I would build her blocks of bricks. And she would watch me, and then she would knock it down. And I'd build it, and she'd knock it down. It drove me crazy until I realized the reason she does that is because she cannot build the blocks. So she knocks it down so she can feel...
I love that one.
Oh, you killed the fucking punchline. She knocks it down so that she can feel like part of the creative process.
Yeah.
That's how she feels involved. Haters feel involved by throwing hate because otherwise they're not in the creative process. And it's the easiest way to get involved instead of getting off their couches, putting their phones down and building something.
I like that. I really see. I feel like it doesn't even. There's a few ways that you can conceptualize why people are doing what they are doing when they're in your comment section like that. But I feel like it's just better to just believe that it's like projection or just something that is like involving themselves, like you're saying, or something like that. It's just all. Why would we sit here and like try to even believe that it's something negative when it's like, you know, maybe they just want to be involved, you know?
It's not negative or positive. It's nothing to do with you.
Yeah, exactly. It's not personal.
It isn't.
Not
It's
personal.
not them.
Lindsay, thank you so much.
Okay,
I haven't
so
seen
let's
you
do this.
in so long.
Okay, so
Love those.
so is Graceland? Do you guys implement like the 12-step program at all, or what kind of things do you guys implement to help people stay sober outside of the house?
I can answer that as somebody who's gone.
Yes, we do.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, so required before you could even graduate, you have to do the 12 steps.
Okay.
Thanks, Lindsay. So
The
much.
cool part about it is that we do the 12 steps and there's like behavioral, not behavioral modification, but behavioral teachings that allow you to like take skills with you when you leave. You know, you're in a stressful situation. You don't have to use over it. You could,
Right.
you could turn to
Oh,
God.
Sam sponsored someone in the house.
Yeah. And,
You should
and
sponsor someone in the house, bro.
I can, but I asked if I could and Madison said no. I was going to
What?
sponsor that guy that sounds like Hank Hill.
No, we're gonna do that. So that's what we do. 12 steps, and I love when Graceland graduates can sponsor newer people in the house. It's like really because a lot of people like don't understand the house, and if someone gets a sponsor outside of the house, it can be hard Thank you so much, Lindsay.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys do implement 12-step. That's cool.
I mean, that's how I got sober. So yeah, that's how I live my life, and it all goes back to those Beatitudes in that Sermon on the Mount. Mm-hmm. Like, I swear to God, like, so Emmett Fox wrote this book called Sermon on the Mount, where he explains the whole sermon that Jesus did. Now the AA big book, the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, like sober alcoholics, addicts in recovery. The big book is like the Bible, right? That's what we do. We go through that book with another alcoholic. That was written 4 years after this Sermon on the Mount. 4 years after, like, it really influenced AA in a big way. It basically is just the application of being like a good Christian, really, or a good person, or a good person. I don't know. I hate that word. I hate any religious word or religion or any.
You're just more spiritual than religious.
Yeah, I just look.
It resonates with you more.
I've already rebelled against everything. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm gonna rebel. I'm a rebellious person. You know what I mean? So I'm tired. I'm tired of rebelling. I'm done. I don't want to rebel anymore. Hold on one second. Let me just say thank you, Lindsay, so much.
MVP Kathy, you're freaking amazing. Austin, thank you so much. Tierra, Lori, Tappers.
Stephanie Lay, thank you. Jody, everyone who's been contributing. Hit your heart me is next to my name. Like the live. You want to get it popping. Let's get it popping.
Okay, so what is your like schooling background? Do you work in a state that you guys have prescription privileges for like whatever?
I am a high school graduate who also graduated college, or I went to college for all of my addiction studies and like family addiction, like all that stuff. I just didn't actually get my KDAC because I got a record deal and I just like left on tour. But that's the schooling I've done. And I've worked at different sober livings and treatment centers before. I know how to not do this. I know what not to do.
You've seen it done wrong.
I mean, yeah, well, really, mostly it's being done wrong. Mostly it's not being done at all. They're just taking people into a house and they're saying, hey, be home at this time. Don't be a bad boy or girl. And I mean, and do some steps and here's a chore you have to do once a day. And it doesn't change these people. They're not, nobody's like pointing out what they need to work on specifically. Yeah. I'm big with specifics, and that's what.
So what are the specifics? Like, so I know about like the words that people write, and I know like
that's just that's our main form of punishment or consequences. Consequence. Like, you need to get a consequence for lying or breaking a rule. Yeah. And if you know with 100% certainty that you're going to get that consequence, that's good. That's like, now you're starting to build trust with other people. Because I don't know about you, but like my parents, like, I don't know what they're going to do. They say one thing, they do another. You know, we don't have dinner every night. We're not. Thank you, Stephanie. So,
okay, so that's like the main like consequence for like negative behavior. You're trying to
more. Damn.
You're trying to change behavior in general, and then therefore like thoughts and feelings.
Well, I mean, look, if you lie and then you get words for lying, and the reason you're caught in your lie is because there's people in the house that know, that the peers know, and they're the ones that like will bring it up and be like, hey, I'm striking dude for lying or not doing this chore or whatever. Now,
Austin. Do you believe that like 60?
sorry.
Oh, sorry. Do you?
Just one thought. If
Oh,
you
yeah.
sit, you write, and you reflect on that behavior, there's a good chance you're going to be
Yeah.
less likely to do it again, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's really important too for individuals that struggle with addiction, because there's something to be said about like high impulsivity, and you are not going to like prevent yourself from doing something when you're highly impulsive without there already being that like in place in your mind, like what you're talking about.
You're saying you'll be less likely to do that thing again because
Well, so like the addiction, like personality, is not necessarily a thing, but there are certain traits that people with addiction share, and being highly impulsive is one of them. So if you don't already have that like concept of something being like something that you're going to have negative consequences for, then you're gonna stick to that. So
you're going to keep doing it. Exactly.
yeah. But there is something to be said too about the justice system in America and how a lot of addicts or people that deal with addiction are being punished.
But no, I mean, look, we have people in our house, like we have people like Paul, like we have people in our house that are in our house instead of being in jail. And we've done that. We've had that where we can, they can get rehabilitated in our house. We write the court's letters, and what's that Prop 46 or whatever? There are some good stuff. There is some good stuff about the law when it comes to like getting people sober. Like you can get off a lot of stuff if you have a real problem with drugs or alcohol,
Like what do you mean?
Like they'll send you to like a sober living or like a treatment center instead of jail.
That is good.
So we've had people in our house that, like right now, Jack was in jail, and they came from jail to our house, and if he completes our program, his sentence is like majorly reduced, and he's like he's like a nice guy, and he's just a great guy. He has his issues, but he's not like a violent, dangerous person like at all. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Really quickly, MVP Austin Roberts, you got a glove.
Thank you. Sorry, I didn't push that. Thank you, Stephanie Lee and Lindsay, so much.
Okay, so when we tell the truth, we strengthen our prefrontal cortical circuits and limbic system connectivity, which is supposed to be really important for people that are suffering from addiction. So like, do you have anything implemented that helps people stay honest? Like, is there any like coping mechanisms, anything that you're teaching people related to honesty?
Yeah, the best thing you can, their peers. Everyone is honest, and people get honest on a group level, and it inspires everyone. Thank you so much, Missy. So yeah, also Nick is at Graceland, just so everyone knows. Nick's at Graceland, if people are asking. And also, yeah, we're getting to the bottom of his legal stuff. Okay? Just let us do that. Like, we're doing everything we can, and we're very aware of he has warrants and whatever, but that's not uncommon. I look, the honesty thing it's everything. It's everything. And when the house is healthy, people are honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that inspires the new people to be honest. Now, if the culture in the house is dishonesty, that's the problem. And it happens a lot. Like where, thank you, Annie up. Jack that fool.
So like, what is that part of something that you teach, or is that just like a hope?
Well, we don't teach anything really. We are honest.
Okay.
And to lead
So, like,
by
lead by
example,
yeah.
to, like on high levels. Like I got honest with the whole house on like a high level and transparent about everything I went through, and why I left. And that's what we expect from them. Thank you, Stephanie and Claire Bear. What up? Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Listen, yes.
Always good.
Like, every Sunday we watch a movie, right? Have you ever seen The Edge?
Ooh, I don't know. It sounds familiar.
So this is an example of one way that we're able to, I guess, teach honesty. Is that movie, the lesson in that movie is, it's like, it's honesty. It's like loyalty. It's like humility. It's like the person that wins. It's because they did the right thing.
Yeah.
It's like movies like that have really good like messages, and then Marcus Aurelius is great. He's like the best. So I have another. I have this other like facility, like this like outpatient treatment center. And like we actually can teach them stuff there. And a lot of the people at Graceland also go to this place. And there's therapists there, there's group facilitators there, there's there's psychologists. It's like a whole, every day you're like working on yourself in more ways than just being like honest. But yeah, honesty is the foundation of like the whole house, and getting honest and being completely like unequivocally honest is like, it's a necessity to graduate Graceland.
Cool. Yeah. What's like the average stay of an individual at Graceland?
That's what we all ask.
Oh my God. I don't know how
People that are trying to go, that's what they ask, or
what?
Huh?
What'd you say?
Like are people that are like wanting to get in ask that, or like who asks?
No, I don't know. I don't know that anyone's ever asked me that. I really can't give you an average because it's from 1 or 2 days to 1 or 2 weeks to 1 or 2 months to like a year. People leave a week. Josh just left a week before he was going to graduate.
Oh, wow.
That's not good.
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting.
I go live with Sarah. She's interviewing me. Patrick Ridge loses 20 battles live with Sarah.
1 second. MVP, Kathy, Robert, Sierra, Tappers. Thank you guys.
Missy, thank you so much.
I'll tell you something.
And Stephanie, I see you out here. Thank you. Can you guys hit the heart maze next to my name? And just keep liking the live.
Okay, so life can be boring. All of our survival needs are met. People without a high school education have 42% more leisure time than those with a college degree. Regardless, we all seek things to do. We're really bored in today's society, and there's a million types of entertainment that are right in front of us, and one of them can be like our DOC, right? What types of activities do you do at the home that engage the mind and practice creativity to help individuals stay sober past when they leave Graceland? Thank you, Julia.
they're coexisting with 15 to 20 other alcoholics in various lengths of sobriety. So we have in the morning, we have a morning meditation where we check in. Not only are we like reading something and meditating, but we're checking in with each other. And then usually sometimes they'll go to a meeting, or they'll go to like that place I told you about where there's therapists and psychologists. Usually someone's going to like an ILP during the day. If they're not, they're at the house. That they'll do Big Book study on Tuesdays. Big Book. When is Big Book study again?
Big book study?
Yeah, we do it online too. We do it on the Discord. It's kind of cool. Thank you, Steph.
Is that our Discord meeting or Discord book study?
The Graceland Discord book study meeting.
I'm pretty sure.
2 or 3? There's only one. Text the Graceland.
There was up to 3.
Yeah, that's what we got to get back to that. And then we have dinners at like 5 every night, and a lot happens there. And then at dinner we're going over like there's just so much.
Yeah. Meditation.
And then they go to a meeting after dinner. And then every Thursday we have a big house meeting. Thank you, right?
What about like promotion of like activities by yourself? Because I feel like that's when I'm always the most bored. I'm such a social person.
That is no clue. I fucking made this whole structure. It's so funny.
Yeah, just ignore it.
There's a scribe at dinner that keeps track of everything that's going on in the house. There's a dub C who like checks all the chores.
Wow.
We go over like everyone's like personal business, family business, and we do an attitude check every single day at dinner. A positive and a pull up on someone else. So everyone in the house has to like, really the agent of change comes from the peers.
Wednesday at 2.
It's all, okay, cool. So Big Book Studies Wednesday at 2:00 on my Discord. Anyone who wants to do Big Book with Graceland.
Big Book?
That's like a 12-step thing.
Okay.
But if you have no one to pull up, you're going to find it. You got to find something.
Yeah, so the meditation thing's really cool. I think that's a really good coping skill to give people for when they are bored. Because I feel like
Sam, thank you, Stephanie. Sam does the meditation. He's like, he does it on Sunday nights. He used to do meditation every Sunday. Thank you.
The only problem with that is like certain coping mechanisms help certain people and don't help other people. So like, is there like a range of things that you guys?
12 steps. That's it.
Okay.
The 12 steps. The 11th step is prayer and meditation.
Okay.
The 12 steps they have everything in them. That's what we do.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. So the first 30 days of
someone's like, basically the answer is no. So do you want to like tell them what the answer was to that question?
Yeah, 12 steps, Big Book. It seems like the individuals in the house have their own tasks as well, so it's something that's keeping them busy.
Meditation.
And
then also, don't forget, most people are going to IOP during the day, like I said earlier, and there's therapists there and psychologists, and it's like a whole different thing.
Yeah, and I'm sure like...
And I can't really like speak too much on that, because that's like a licensed facility, so I'm not really...
Yeah. So I've seen people give you hate about the lack of like a license. Like what's your remark on that?
What do you mean? We can't have one. A sober living can't have a license.
Really?
No, it's not. You can't. a treatment center has 6 beds and there's all these laws that govern a treatment center. They give out meds. People are detoxing there. That's not, I have a sober, you can't have more than 6 people in a licensed house.
Oh, I
have
see.
20. It's basic. This is just I rent this house and people stay in, and they rent rooms from me. That's it.
Okay.
And if they want to live in my house, our house, they have to follow the rules and, you're beholden to the community.
Yeah.
So the community is going to decide what is really going to decide everything. It's really hard to describe what we do. That's why I was trying to stream it so people could learn about how specific and in depth we go with every single person. But
Yeah.
I don't know. There's too much.
That would be a little messy with papers and everything, but I mean, I love social experiments and I love helping people connect and
If someone wants to come to our house and detox, they can. We just don't give out meds. I love how people are looking for something they're just looking, hey, what about this? What about that? People think they know shit, but they don't.
that's social media, dude.
The air pressure slammed and shit. Hey,
Sure.
Okay. MVP, Juliet, Kathy, we got 2 gloves. Jennifer, Tiara, Tappers.
Sarah,
Yes.
I really appreciate you.
Oh, I appreciate you too.
Thank you. Having said that, are there any more questions?
I have a few.
Okay, let's run it.
Okay.
Because I have to get ready here. We're about to go over to Graceland.
Okay, I'll pick it. I'll be choosy. Last battle, guys. Last battle. Wait, Blue, come here.
Blue,
For Instagram for Patrick?
come here.
Yeah.
Thank you, hey girl.
yes?
Come here, man. First of all, I like your hair. Looks good.
Thank you.
I also did a little bleaching situation lately. So
Oh, cool. You got highlights.
yeah, the bottom half of my hair. So there was a video, there's some controversy on this. There was a video of you, well, it wasn't of you, I guess. I don't know. But it was somebody who was homeless maybe, and people thought it was you because of your flip-flops or something, or I don't know, your clothes.
No, it was not me.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not homeless.
Oh, shoes and jeans. Yeah, I know. I'm not saying you're homeless. I'm not saying that. Yeah, because of your shoes and jeans. Do you know what I'm talking about, though? Have you seen that anywhere?
No,
Have you seen those rumors?
I don't really keep up with rumors. I keep up with the truth, and
Period.
that's just doing videos with Pat, helping where I can, and staying caffeinated.
Yeah. Nice. Okay, cool. That was my question.
It's very sunny out, and it's cold, Pat. We should do a bike ride. It's Tuesday.
Is that what you guys are gonna do?
Yeah, we have a weekly schedule, and we try to go on a bike ride in the hills every Tuesday, but sometimes it's too busy to do it. The last 2 times it has been, but I'm pretty adamant about suggesting the bike ride.
Nice. What's your favorite thing about Graceland?
Being able to serve God and other people.
Okay. What's your least favorite?
Wanting to make it easier for people to get sober, but not being able to change their mind on it. I don't have that power. if I did, I'd wave a wand and make people want to get sober for themselves, but you really can't. And so it sucks seeing people not want it and not be ready, because you know there's always that potential they won't make it through this shit, you know?
Yeah, no, I mean, you can't change people's minds in that way. Like, people have to learn lessons when people can tell you the same thing 30 times, 30 different people.
Yeah, and you're only
going to
ready to learn. You're ready for it, really.
Yeah. So I can see that being like the hardest part for sure.
Yeah, there was a couple times when 2 people left at the same time or 3 people left, and I bawled out. I cried. I mourned because I felt like the chances of them surviving their DOC was very little. I'm not going to say the name of it, but a lot of people don't come back from that.
Yeah.
And being new to this this work, helping people get sober, it hurts a lot because you haven't really been desensitized to it yet. Mm-hmm. So it's very easy to get attached to the person and their life and want better for them.
What's your background?
Wrong friends, a lot of substance, trying to fit in with those friends, divorced parents, living in California and Canada interchangeably every other year for 5-10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And
do you think that Graceland is a cult?
no, God, no. Not even close, dude. Nobody's worshipped, and we don't push any sort of religious aspect on anybody, really. AA allows you to pick whatever God you resonate with and to live the principles accordingly. I mean, how could you force somebody to believe in something if their whole family believes in another something? You know, it's.
I don't think you can force beliefs.
Yeah, you can't really convert people like that. They have, like
some big brothers.
sobriety, they have to choose it. So
yeah, absolutely.
My personal view on it is I believe in Jesus. I believe in God, the Holy Trinity. Other people might believe in Egyptian stuff or Judaism or Catholic, which is another form of Christianity. It's just a little more strict and a lot more rules on like what's allowed and what's not allowed. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, thanks for being cool.
Not as cool as you.
Not as cool as you.
You make the blood in my body run cold.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, why?
Because you're beautiful.
Oh, thanks. Thank you. You're sweet.
Yeah, see, that was a little dicey. See, this is what we do. Like, we literally will, like,
Pull somebody
help each
up.
other in a way where I'm like, okay, that last thing you said might have been a little bit too much.
I don't care. Life is too short to keep it to myself. Straight up.
Like, I don't know. That's a lot of our issues in like alcoholics, like especially when we're new in recovery, we just like it's behavioral stuff. So like, were you ever on like a program in the house where you like couldn't like just talk to girls, or like sometimes you have to have a person like, yo dog, you can't talk to girls for a couple months, or at least just for like a couple weeks while you're like, you know what I mean? So
I did not have a program like that because I didn't really see anybody in the house like that.
right.
They were like my family.
But were you ever on like a don't say like crazy shit to people program?
Somewhat, but it wasn't really like an in stone.
I mean, when this guy first got to Graceland,
I was
you couldn't bring him somewhere. Like if you brought him with you somewhere, it would just be like a whole event. He like thought he was. Maybe you can explain it, because I don't want it to sound like I'm like exaggerating.
I was so in psychosis that I believed I was my own hero.
This is what people don't understand.
Yeah.
like what we've already been through with Blue, like you guys missed it.
Yeah.
But you can go and look at it.
By fucking years.
Yeah, like there was a hashtag that said free Blue. Now look at it. He came back and he's been here with me for years. But they thought he was being held against his will and it was some kind of cult. I mean, these people are fucking really like on some. But the point is that it was a lot of.
Yeah.
It was very straining.
Challenging.
It was taxing on me and Danielle. It was just really hard. And this was before Madison. This is before Zach, Jose, Evan. You know, this was before everyone. Way before all those people.
Yeah.
And like people forget. I think people, and they don't know. Oh, Madison, what up?
What's going on?
I was just talking about you.
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, you're gonna need to. Okay, can we wrap this up real quick?
Yeah. I'll see you. Thank you for everything. I appreciate it.
You're the best. We'll talk.